So welcome to another Machine Monday. So I'm standing on our shop floor in front of one of our RGVs. So it's a rail guided vehicle. And with all things in life, there's pros and cons of an RGV. So let me start with some of the pros of the RGV. Number one, obviously the workpiece would be sitting on top of the RGV, which enables the operator to actually walk around the component, gaining access to assemble the component from all directions. The other advantage is that we can have pretty flexible routing. So as you can see, there's a rail on the floor. So over a weekend, if we wanted to add more stations, it's very, very convenient to add more rail, add more stations. So some of the disadvantages of an RGV, if you have a very, very low cycle time, so you think about less than a minute or even a 2-minute cycle time production line, the time it takes for an RGV to move from one station to another, considering all of the safety requirements, might be too slow. So you're probably losing 20% of your working time just in moving the product from station to station. Another thing that often people forget about is an RGV is actually a machine. So inside this machine, there's some controllers, batteries, electronics. And so if you have on a production line where we've delivered, where these RGVs are heading to, there are over 40, probably 45 RGVs on that production line, which means that you actually have an extra 45 machines that require maintenance. The other obvious, probably most important factor is cost. A conventional RGV line like you see over here versus a conveyor is very, very different in cost. The conveyor is significantly cheaper. So as with all things, it's about weighing up the pros and cons and deciding what best suits your production environment. My recommendation is relatively slow production lines, heavy product where accessibility is key. RGVs make a lot of sense. High volume production lines where speed is critical, space is important, then I would go for the conveyor systems. So one of the cool things that we've come up with is a very simple stopping plate. So basically inside the RGV, there are two sensors, and when the first sensor comes over this plate, we start to go slow. And when the second sensor goes over this plate, we go even slower, and then we stop at the end. One of the key differences with our RGV is that it's actually capacitor driven, which means that when it comes into a working station, we can charge from 20 to 80% in less than a minute. So the charge time is really, really fast as opposed to conventional lithium ion batteries. Our RGV is also designed to carry up to 800 kgs. So it's well suited for new energy vehicles where electric motors are a part of an axle. Big battery packs are very, very heavy. So it's perfectly designed for kind of new automotive components that are really heavy. So one of the other interesting things that we've added is, as you can see, as it goes around the bend, we've got a sensor that determines the angle of the wheel, so that that basically slows the RGV down as it goes around the bend, because obviously all of the weight is basically being transferred to the rail. So we want that to happen slowly, and then when it goes straight, we obviously speed it up again. So one of the common concerns is obviously the rail being a tripping hazard, but this rail is basically 10 mils. And we've had these rails in plants all around the world, and it's never been an issue. In some cases where we need fork trucks to go over the rails, we have a little ramp that basically enables the fork truck to go over the rail without any issues, because often the materials are delivered to the center of the line. I guess one of the other advantages of an RGV line versus a conveyor line is that you can actually deliver raw materials to both sides of the line. Here's another Machine Monday.